Then, when you put your meat on, tell me you haven't seen the schmuck at a cookout, ladies, who the minute he puts down a burger or a steak or a hot dog, he is after it with like a spatula or tongs.
Yeah.
The thing has been down for like 30
I knew that was coming. I was those people that press it on there.
What the hell is this guy doing? Have a beer, as my great Canadian friend Ted Reeder says. Put the stuff on the grill, have a beer, relax for 5 minutes, let it sear, which doesn't seal in the juices, by the way, but that's a different discussion for a different day. But it allows the meat to caramelize and to crisp up on the outside to give that nice crust, nice caramelization of flavors on whatever it is that you're doing. And then, for burgers or steaks, for instance, once the myoglobin starts to pool on top of the part that hasn't been flipped over yet, then you can start to take your tongs and kind of start to lift it off a little bit. And if it's sticking, it's not ready to turn over. Don't tear it off and just flip it over because you think it needs to be flipped. The meat will tell you when it needs to be turned.
Ooh,
so kind of
you're
lift
like
it up.
The meat whisperer.
Once it releases, then you can go ahead and flip it over. You can finish cooking. And remember, ladies, steaks are always at most best tasting, succulent, and juicy at a medium rare, and anything over that, we're going to fist fight if I see you.
Yeah,
oh my
I
goodness.
Yeah.
Wow.
I think that's wise.
Now,
Katie, our producer, wanted to ask me, have you asked the question of if a charcoal grill versus a gas grill is better?
Well, I have like 8 grills at my house. So I think having all the grills is the best because that way you can use it to whatever your particular event is for that evening. Or if you're having a big gathering, you can cook a lot of stuff at the same time. Gas grills are very easy to use. They're very nice to get up to temperature to cook. Maybe you're coming home from work, you don't want to mess around with charcoal. That's fine. You light the grill, you go ahead and get your meat ready, and then it's all heated up and ready to go after you get your prep work done. I think, for me, better flavor on a charcoal grill because you can use lump charcoal, which is carbonized wood. It has a better flavor. Plus, you can throw in wood chunks easier on a charcoal fire than you can with gas grills. I've always had a problem with like the wood chunks or the wood chips burning and actually catching on fire. And you need the smoke to impart flavor. And once they're burning, you've kind of eliminated that process. So for me personally, I like charcoal, but I don't think one is technically better than the other. And like I said, if you have both, you have the best of both worlds. Now, if I might finish up on the mistakes that the beginners make. After you're cooking, they don't then turn the heat back up to high and do a proper burn-off. And, you leave that. Once you see all the white smoke stop rolling out of the cooker, which means you've properly burned it off, then you can turn it off, let it cool down, go back over it with that grill brush again, and you have proper grill grates. It's clean and ready to go for the next time. Just those few steps can make you a better griller right off the bat.
Greg, this is Laura. I'm sorry, but I have to take you down on that last one. I have an issue.
What are you talking about?
I'm talking about a problem I have with you, Greg Rempe.
All right, bring it on.
Here's the thing. So my husband listened to you the last time, that he listened to your show.
Yes.
And he got that advice about the burn off, and we tried very hard to follow that. And we ran out of tank after tank of propane because we could not remember to turn the freaking thing off.
Well, look, Laura, are you having an issue with me giving out proper advice? Or are you having an issue with your husband being a dimwit and not going back out onto the deck and turning off the grill?
Yeah.
Well, maybe both.
All right. I'm only here to give information. I don't know. Whatever you do with it that's up to you afterwards.
He needs to tie a little string around his finger, and that way he can remember to go turn it off.
Here's what you need to do. This is what I do, Laura, and tell your husband because he's obviously a fan. Every time I start the burn off, I set a timer for 6 minutes, and that way it beeps, and I'm like, oh, what the hell is that? Oh, got to go turn off the grill. And then I get up and turn it off, and there you go. Or do you have natural gas in the house?
I don't know.
What? When you go to the stove, is it electric or does fire come out of the burners? It's a good way to tell.
She doesn't know.
Okay, yes, we do. I guess my question is I didn't know if we had an accessible natural gas line.
All right. Well,
awesome.
if you can pipe into natural gas, you have a plumber come over. He can convert your propane grill into natural gas, and that way you don't have to continually consume 20-pound bottles of propane that you forget to turn off. However, it could make the heating bill go up a little bit higher in the house.
That's true.
And you put Hank Hill out of business.
Yeah, exactly. Who needs that?
Well, Greg, I have to tell you, thank you for letting us be on your show so that I could feel really, really not like a smart person. No, I'm kidding. But your information is always so interesting, and we love having you here on Broad Topics. Can we have you back multiple times?
This would, I mean, me, four ladies, I could never say no.
Yay.
So,
we love that
whenever.
We'll call you the guy who puts the heat in Cleveland.
That's right. The guys who put the heat and the meat in Cleveland. And, of course, this is what we found out here is this works because I'm doing a live show right now, too, and you're interviewing me, but you're on my specific radio thing here after the first hour airs over there. This has been a fabulous kind of back and forth to realize that two live shows can coexist and kind of interview and talk with each other on two different stations. It's outstanding.
Groundbreaking.
We are a marvel of internet radio, I'm telling you.
Yes, we are.
Absolutely. Well, I certainly appreciate all the time you've given me, and you've actually listened to me ramble at length about nothing. And the next time you want to have me on, just let me know. I'm more than happy to do it.
Greg, you have such a sexy voice. Don't hurt nobody.
Stacey, thank you, baby. Not bad yourself.
You like our new host, yes?
Hook me up. Find me on Twitter, BBQ Central Show.
Well, thank you for letting us chat with you, Greg, and enjoy Cleveland, and we'll have you back again soon, and hopefully vice versa.
All right, ladies, thanks very much for the time.
Bye-bye, Greg.
Bye. Yeah. There we go. What do we think? Instant feedback. Come on.